We were talking about the electric blue meteor smoke a couple of episodes ago, and then I come across this story in the Star, which actually goes through and shows some really interesting photographs. I'll leave the link below. But here we go. 1 of 10 meteor smoke gathers in the sky above the South Pole. Meteor smoke. Interesting. This is from the 30th of December. This last picture, we'll pause this for a second here. This is the AIM satellite actually looking at this blue noctilucent smoke. They're calling it above the southern South Pole. Again, this is new to all of us. We didn't know anything about this stuff until just like a month ago. And if this information existed, it was not easy for us to find, right? Here's this overlaid thing so you can see kind of the position of this thing. Again, we've got the strange hole in the middle of it. Blue clouds appearing over Antarctica, right? So, and this one's from December 20th, it just keeps going backwards. So, you can see that it's kind of a curious thing. It's just another data point. This is a report that was issued by the Russians, according to this article in the European Union Times. Could be a stupid article, I don't know, right? And basically, what the Ministry of Extraordinary Situations, I didn't know there was such a thing, it almost sounds made up. The Ministry of Extraordinary Situations, I didn't know there was such a thing, it almost sounds made up. But it says poisonous space clouds penetrating our upper atmosphere due to accelerated movements of the Earth's magnetic poles and are responsible for many reports of mass animal deaths, right? So we look at these mass animal deaths around the world, and then we kind of look into this, where is this? The glowing clouds. And we see these glowing electric blue clouds over Antarctica recently, which we've been talking about. And they call those noctilucent clouds as well, and they're blue in color. And basically, there's, is there a threat from this? Does this sound like wormwood to you? I don't know. I'm thinking that there might be a connection to the biblical idea of wormwood and these potential, dangerous clouds. Now, this is what this article is saying, is that these mysterious noctilucent clouds began to appear over our Earth in 1885, and they're making all these different connections.
Electric Blue Sunsets, presented by Science at NASA. Northern summer is underway. It's time for picnics, hot dogs, dips in the pool, and, oh yes, electric blue sunsets. Just below the Arctic Circle, evening skies are filling with pale blue ripples. They appear just after sunset or just before sunrise and are called noctilucent clouds, or NLCs. When viewed from space, the same atmospheric phenomenon is referred to as polar mesospheric clouds, or PMCs. Cora Randall, chair of the Department of Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences at the University of Colorado, says, the 2016 season for noctilucent clouds began on May 24th, when NASA's Aeronomy of Ice in the Mesosphere Satellite, or AIM, spotted a puff of electric blue around the Arctic Circle. NLCs are Earth's highest clouds. Seeded by meteoroids, they float at the edge of space more than 50 miles above the planet's surface. The clouds are very cold and filled with tiny ice crystals. Those tiny crystals do a good job of scattering blue light from the rising or setting sun, hence their electric blue color. Noctilucent clouds appear during summer because, ironically, that is the only time the upper atmosphere at high latitudes is cold enough to crystallize molecules of water around specks of meteor dust. The role of meteor dust in forming NLCs is one of many discoveries made by AIM, which NASA launched in 2007 to study the mysterious clouds. James Russell, principal investigator for AIM at Hampton University, says, these clouds continue to reveal intimate details about how the atmosphere works. Each season yields new information. The first recorded observations of noctilucent clouds were made in the 19th century after the eruption of supervolcano Krakatoa. At the time, people thought the clouds were caused by the eruption, but long after Krakatoa's ash settled, the clouds remained. In those days, NOCs were a polar phenomenon confined mainly to the Arctic. In recent years, they have intensified and spread with sightings as far south as Colorado and Kansas. The reason may be climate change on the edge of space. A recent study by AIM science team member Mark Hervig and colleagues, published March 2016 in the Journal of Geophysical Research, confirms that the mesosphere, the atmospheric layer where NLCs form, has gotten colder and moister in recent decades. Both trends promote the formation of NLCs. Their results are consistent with a simple model linking the clouds to two greenhouse gases. First, carbon dioxide promotes NLCs by making the mesosphere colder. While increasing carbon dioxide warms the surface of the Earth, those same molecules cool the upper atmosphere, a yin-yang relationship long known to climate scientists. Second, methane promotes the clouds by adding moisture to the mesosphere because methane oxidizes into water as it rises in the atmosphere. Noctilucent clouds appear to be a telltale sign of important greenhouse gases, and that, says Russell, is a great reason to study them. They may be at the edge of space, but they're telling us something very important about our own planet. For more news from the edge of space, stay tuned to science.nasa.gov.
Oi, 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 oi.